Hey guys, this video will be an account update as well as the unlock guide for C-3PO using your Ewok team. So in this event, it's very RNG dependent. So you could easily be doing this event 100 times and never have the correct RNG to be able to complete it, really no matter what your gear is. So here's an example where my Ewok Elder gets stunned right away. And to save yourself some time, it's probably best to just exit out of that attempt, because unless you have a really high Ewok Elder, they're probably not going to survive any longer, and you really need to cleanse off the debuffs with him or revive your teammates. And there again, he got killed off, so just quickly restarting, trying not to waste any time on this event. I think this event took me about, I think it was between 30 to 50 tries total. So it took me a while to complete this, but when you're exiting out quickly, it saves a lot of time, and using low gear, it's going to be difficult to really ever make this event a quick one. But again, if the Ewok Elder ever dies and you're not down to like the last 2 characters, it's pretty much time to just call it quits. So the abilities that you're using are pretty basic. You're trying to call in your Ewok Elder to assist whenever possible to gain some turn meter. A lot of the time, it's just kind of, you're really just going to need that RNG so that no characters, or really so that Ewok Elder doesn't die, and hopefully not many other characters die. But it's really just going to take a long time to get that RNG for most people. Here's not a bad attempt, still just going in. One character that I'd really advise everyone to use is Low Gray in this event. He makes it a lot easier. I've done this event without Low Gray and with another Ewok, and it's just much more difficult without all the abilities Low Gray has with the, I think it's a debuff and decreases turn meter and dazes, and then the other turn meter gain he gives is really good for the whole team. So that attempt was close, but just did not end up working for us. And it gets pretty annoying to have to click through all of this, but the way it goes, you need to survive this opening onslaught here, which is really the most difficult part. And once you do, that's when you actually have a chance. So here, was able to revive, now kind of just getting going. One main thing to focus on in this event is you really want to take down Chewie or Han right away. If you can't get them because R2's mass stealth ability stealths both Han and Chewie, it's honestly probably a good time to restart. You can still keep trying in case you get perfect RNG in that attempt, but it's really difficult if you don't knock down Han or Chewie really right away, just because they're the big damage dealers on the team, and it's just really difficult to beat them otherwise. So in this attempt, Han was the character that was not stealth, so I went right after Han, but it's taking a while to get him down. So still just kind of plugging away, trying to get Han low. And usually I'll try to go Han, then Chewie if that happens. I prefer going Chewie than Han, but it just depends on who's stealthed. Whenever 2 or more characters on your Ewok team get killed off, it's probably a good time to stop. Ewok Elder has 2 abilities that can revive, but only one's the guaranteed revive. So once 2 are dead, it's likely that it's over. It's still usually worth it to try to use your ability that only occasionally revives, and try to see if you can get that good RNG. But it's not going to happen a lot of the time, and you still need to get 2 turns, which is pretty difficult to do when you're having less Ewoks. So here, that's using Logray's great ability with the mass daze and the debuff. Having to go and attack Han again. And we're pretty hurt, and they take out the Elder, and that does it for that attempt. So a lot of this is just repetitions. You just got to keep going and try to see if you get the correct RNG. My Elder's not high gear, and the health isn't really there because I was focused on speed, so it's just... you're just really hoping that you don't have your Elder get attacked, and there he gets killed right away. So you just got to keep on going in and hoping they kind of bounce around who they're attacking, and maybe focus a little bit more on Poplu because he's a little bit has a little bit more health and protection because he's the tank for the team. And there, 2 people die, so it's over again. Okay, so this is going to be our successful attempt at completing the C-3PO event. So just try to pay close attention to what the exact RNG looks like, as well as the moves that we're using. So they start off by stunning Poplu, which is pretty good because he's our tank, so he can take a lot more damage than anyone else. And here we're going to dispel any debuffs. We just keep on calling in Ewok Elder to assist as much as possible, or doing mass assists. Okay, here we dispel the buffs and inflict the daze. Just keep on calling in Ewok Elder. Keep doing our best abilities, and Wicket's taking bonus turns, which is always a good sign. Okay, let's give us some more turn meter here. It's the best part about this Ewok team. Just a turn meter train is always very useful. And this, I wouldn't even say this is the best RNG possible, because both Chewie and Han start off under stealth from R2-D2's mass stealth ability, which isn't great because you really want to be targeting their 2 damage dealers, which is just Chewie and Han. And there they take out my Poplu, but we can just bring him back. And now that Chewie and Han are both out of stealth, we can focus in on them. But the point of focusing in on them is to take out their damage, and then you just can survive a lot longer. And that's very helpful in this event when you just really need to get as many hits in as possible. Not many people are dying on our team, which is definitely good. Still doing a good amount of damage to them. Just taking some time. Dispel those buffs. Call in Ewok Elder. Just keep hitting them. Okay. That got a little sketchy. They could have easily taken out a couple people, but instead they only took out 1. Just Logray. Okay, now we really need to get a revive in soon, though. And we don't have it available, but we just got to keep on going. Let's dispel those buffs. Go in on Han again. And now we have a revive. Okay, or going on Chewie again. So just keep on calling in your Ewok Elder. You really need that turn meter boost. Okay, keep boosting the turn meter. Logray is so valuable with his turn meter boost and his AoE daze. Okay, just going to keep going in. Let's get a little bit more health up on our team. Nice. Okay, we remove all turn meter from Han. And now we're close to getting Chewie out. He takes 1 more turn, which is a little annoying, but we get Chewie out. We're still not out of it yet. We still have a lot to go. We really need to have them not go after our Elder, because that can really just end any attempt if Han just fully targets Elder. Just keep on calling Elder. You really want to get Elder under stealth as much as possible as well. Even though Commando's pretty low on health, we're still just going to keep targeting Han whenever we can. We want to get Han out as quick as possible, but in this case, we have to go after Commando, so let's just go after him, take him out quickly. Okay, very good attempts right now. Just need to get Han out, and it's pretty much over. They don't really have anything else they can do once Han's out. Just keep on going after Han. Once they have, it's really those main 3. Commando is really just the annoying taunt, But and Leia's not bad, but once you have all of your 5 available to you, and Han, Chewie, and Commander are out, it should be an easy win. So we're just going to go by this one quickly because it's not going to be very difficult. You really just hope they don't go all in on your Elder, but even if they did, I don't know if they'd have enough damage to really give you any chance of beating them. Once you get down to just C-3PO, you can pretty much just celebrate. You can't do any damage to you, and you're just going on full auto here, as you can see. Just does not matter what you do, you're going to win. And there you go. You're going to have your 7-star C-3PO. Here you get your 100 C-3PO shards, million credits, 50 crystals, and completed the journey for C-3PO. Okay, now I'm just going to go into my Rebel team, and it's going to really help out my CLS Han and Chewie team. Get C-3PO straight up to 7 stars. And the reason why we're going for C-3PO is for our next journey guide, which will be our gas event. So General Anakin Skywalker needs C-3PO and pretty much needs them to about gear 12 so that you can get so you can meet the minimum requirements for your event. So here I'm just adding a mod on a C-3PO, just trying to give him some speed, but I'll have to remod eventually for the gas event anyways. Here are just some of his abilities. Great character. Can be very useful in our Rebel teams. Could be used in a Galactic Republic team. Even Resistance teams, you can use them. Just very, very versatile character. Okay, so now for probably the most important part of this event, which is going to be the mods. So let's go over to our Ewoks. And okay, so our Chief Chirpa mods. So we have a health and a speed set on them. We got them up to 230 speed. So you just want to get some good speed secondaries here. Here I have 13 speed here. Speed arrow, 16 speed with protection as the primary. Protection or health work for primaries for those. Again, a lot of speed here. I'm just using some of my best mods. So really just, if you're doing this event, take out your best mods that aren't 6 dot and put them on, because I'm not using gear 12, so I want to have as little, so I can't use any 6 dot mods. So kind of a little bit more difficult getting up to good speeds here, but here I have Omegas on his 2 special abilities, but not on anything else. And then I have his Zeta on his lead. Okay, for Poplu, just did all health. A little bit of speed's good. You want protection or health. On the primaries, probably health, honestly, but I just did protection. I think health would help because I also don't have a Zeta, which gives him some bonus health and protection. Okay, just 172 speed, nothing crazy. Really just got to focus on health and or protection here. Did not give him his Zeta. That would just made him a lot better. But I have that Omega there. And his basic Omega as well. Now over to Logray. Again, with a lot of them, it's just going to be speed and health. So speed, health primaries. Yeah, some health primaries, good amount of speed. Very useful for Logray. Just want him to get as many turns as possible. Only 220, not crazy difficult, and no Zetas. Just have his 3 Omegas, 220 speed. Nothing crazy here. Did not give him a Zeta. So only a 1 Zeta team that you want to use. Just you really, in the early game, you really want to save up on your Zetas. It's just, you need to use so many of them to make these teams work. And the Ewoks, you really only need the lead to get by with in this event. The abilities important to Omega are the Dispel debuffs and the Daze ability, and then the other ability is the Turn Meter ability. For Wicket here, we want speed and health. I think you can also do like possibly crit chance, but I just want to make him fast and really want to make him survive. But he does get a good amount of crits, and he already has a boost in crit chance, or in crit damage, so crit chance could be useful. But I didn't give him a Zeta. That would be one where if you're giving him his Zeta, then crit chance is a lot more important. But again, want to really save those Zetas up. Gave him an Omega on his basic and his first special, but no Omega here. Also still want to save Omegas where you can, but you also, sometimes you need to use them here. Decrease the cooldown and add some crit chance, so it's pretty useful. Ewok Elder is probably our most important character on our team, so just load him up with some speed, health and protection again. Only, I think it was 211. It's not anything crazy. Didn't do Omegas on either of his first 2 abilities, but you really need it on that one revive to make the cooldown -1. Yeah, only 211 speed, really nothing crazy. Don't have to mod like crazy. A lot of it's like, you want good mods, but a lot of it is RNG, so no matter what your mods are, you're not going to be able to win unless you have certain RNG. But you do want to make them fast enough. Okay, so this was the team. Really low gear, as you can see here. Pretty much just gear 9, gear 8s. Yeah, nothing crazy here. But, yep, that's all the mods for our team. And that's what I used to win in this event and get my C-3PO using my Ewoks. I hope you all enjoyed. See you in the next video where we show how to unlock your General Anakin Skywalker.